Not that long ago, I did a video where I went through cereal boxes. I had a whole bunch of people save cereal boxes for me. We went through the label and I shared why many of them were not good choices, mostly because of a lot of sugar or processed ingredients. The feedback that I got was pretty amazing. A bunch of people were like, "What kind of cereal can I have?" And I didn't answer the question. I would write back maybe and say, my personal philosophy is cereal is not really a great choice for breakfast. And I understand that lots of people like cereal, but we really want to make sure that we're getting enough protein at breakfast, and we want to make sure that we are nourishing our bodies. And yet the emails and the questions continued to come in as people found the video. I actually wound up having a phone conversation with someone who pointed out that some people like cereal perhaps as a snack or a smaller bowl of cereal as a little side to having protein and veggies and whatever. So that got me thinking, if I were to recommend cereal, what would I recommend? And I went out and I spent a lot of time going through a number of different grocery stores. I found a few options here, and no one of these is any better than another. But I am going to go through, I have 6 cereals here to share with you. So here we go. Let's get started. The first one is this grain-free No-Grain-Ola. And this is by Cleverly. The flavor on this one is When Honey Met Maple. And so I just want to show you the back here. This could potentially be a really good snack. I also will share that I personally make granola at home. One of my favorite things to do sometimes if I'm having a bowl of yogurt or something is to throw a little on top for crunch. So that's great. They're also recommending that you can put it on a smoothie bowl or on salads. Not sure about that. I guess it would depend on the salad. And you can also bake it into things like pies and cookies, which I had not thought about. That's actually a pretty good idea. So I wanted to read the ingredients for you. It has almonds, cranberries, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, flax seeds, organic coconut sugar, unsweetened coconut chips, maple syrup, organic honey, organic coconut milk, which is made from coconut and water, cinnamon, and vanilla extract. One serving is 1/4 cup. And so that's not a lot. It does have, and we're just going to look at sugars and fat here. So it has 10 grams of fat, none of which is trans fat. So that's great. And it has 6 grams of sugar, including 4 grams of added sugar. Oh, and we'll look at the protein too, 4 grams of protein. So 1/4 cup of cereal is not very much. And as I mentioned in the other video, and I'll put it up there somewhere for you, most people don't measure their cereal. We don't take a scoop and put it in the bowl. We have a bowl, we have a box or a bag or a container, and we pour until we go, I'm about that hungry. The serving size is determined by the manufacturer. What you put in the bowl is your portion. You determine that. So if you pour in 1/2 cup, all of a sudden you have to double everything that's in there. And that's something that I really want you to keep in mind when it comes to your cereals. So yes, this is reasonable. I think it could be a good snack. It could be a good addition to a breakfast as a little side, but I wouldn't necessarily just have a whole big bowl of that. All right, next. I had 3 people say, what about this one? So this is New Trail. It's a keto cereal and it has no added sugar, which is great. This is also a grain-free cereal. So this is the back of the package. And the flavor on this one is blueberry cinnamon. It has sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, coconut, almonds, pecans, erythritol, butter, which is from pasteurized cream. It does say natural flavor, and I'm sad about that because I don't like that they felt that they had to add natural flavor to butter. Like butter is delicious all by itself. Dried blueberries, cinnamon, salt, and monk fruit extract. So it has 2 alternative sugar sweeteners. It does have 2 grams of sugar, probably from the blueberries, and it has 4 grams of sugar alcohol. It has 15 grams of fat, again, no trans fats. So we definitely want to make sure we're doing that. No trans fats ever. and 4 grams of protein. A serving size on this one is 1/3 of a cup. So it's a little bit more than the 1/4 of a cup in the other one. And now we're moving to the next one. This is by 7 Sundays. It is protein oats with flax and chia. This is an oat-based cereal, meaning it is a grain. It has on the back. This one actually was really interesting. It caught my eye when I found it. The ingredients are gluten-free oats, cycled oat protein. We'll come back to that in just a moment. Maple syrup, wild berry blend, and that is comprised of Montmorency cherries, blueberries, cranberries, and apple juice. This also has flax seeds, coconut sugar, which is a lower processed sugar, chia seeds, and sea salt. Now, what is Ups oat protein? I'm so glad you asked. I'm sure they are too, because they put the information right here at the bottom of the package. Our oat protein is a nutrient-dense flour, rich in protein and fiber that comes from the leftovers from oat milk production. So this is a way to help use a product that is created from creating another product instead of throwing out, hopefully composting. It actually probably goes to animal feed. The oats left over from making oat milk, they turn it into a product that they can then use in their oats in this cereal. Serving size on this one is 1/2 cup, so a little bit more than the other two. This does have 4.5 grams of fat, again, no trans fats. It has 10 grams of sugar, including 6 grams of added sugar and 10 grams of protein. This is something that, because it is an oat, you could possibly soak it, add it to something. I could see using this one in a baked good, like adding it to muffins or something, maybe using it as a top on a muffin, or even adding it into the batter. I don't know, but definitely a potential cereal option. And sorry, it's very crackly. These packages make a lot of noise. I'm not recommending a bowl of cereal for breakfast every day kind of thing. Like, I grew up that way. I grew up having a bowl of sugar. And I say that because my favorite cereal was Raisin Bran, to which I would add extra sugar. I had a mountain of sugar at the bottom of the bowl when I was done. And I just thought that was the best thing ever. Now, of course, I know not a good choice. We want to make sure that we're getting protein in the morning. So I'm going to stop harping on that, but it's true. All right, so this is another grain-free option. So far, we have 3 grain-free options and 1 with grain. So this is a grain-free cereal. By 7 Sundays, it's called sunflower cereal, and it has real cocoa. Remember, front of package labeling, we have to be just a little skeptical. Why are they putting that there? Because they're trying to attract you. That's why. This one has, I do like, here they have their little labels. So it is non-GMO project verified, no grains, no gluten, no refined sugar, no artificial flavors. It's 100% plant-based, if that's important to you, and it is kosher. Ingredients are sunflower protein, dates, coconut oil, cocoa powder, coconut sugar, vanilla extract, and sea salt. 1 cup is a serving. So we unintentionally seem to be going up in serving size. We're about to go down though, because I see the other 2 there. And it has 6 grams of fat, no trans fats. It has 5 grams of sugar, including 1 gram of added sugar. That's the coconut sugar there. And it has 5 grams of protein. Now, there's one thing about this that I want to point out. So it does have protein. It is grain-free, if that's important to you. This, however, is an exploded cereal. So it's extruded and then it's puffed, which means that it gets processed a whole lot faster than something that is a little denser, like some of the nut options that we have here. You have to chew those. You have to break them down. So those are probably going to represent a better choice for you on an overall scale of how quickly your body is able to process it and get through that. All right. Next option. This is another grain-free granola. I hope you're noticing a trend here. The things that we have more protein than the regular cereal, if you watch that other video. And for the most part, I believe they have a lot less sugar. I did not go back and watch my own video again. I probably should have before I did this, so that we can see that there is a lot of added sugar in regular cereals, and that's not how you want to start your day. That's not even how you want to snack. So you do want to make sure that you are getting more protein, and choosing grain-free is not a bad option. All right, this one, almond, and they put the ingredients right on the front of the package, which is cool. Almonds, honey, pecans, sunflower seeds, coconut oil, vanilla, salt, and cinnamon. The flavor on this one is toasted coconut almond. I think they have a couple of different flavors. Serving size on this, we're back to 1/4 of a cup, folks. So that's basically a handful, not a whole lot. It has 10 grams of fat, if that's important to you, 5 grams of sugar, all 5 of which are added sugars, and 4 grams of protein, just so that you have a comparison here. And the last one that we have is from Purely Elizabeth. It is, again, a grain-free cereal. And this one is vanilla almond butter. It does have MCT oil in it. The ingredients are organic pumpkin seeds, organic sunflower seeds, cashews, organic coconut sugar, almonds, organic coconut flakes, almond butter, organic medium chain triglyceride oil from coconuts. I'd rather do the coconut oil than the breakdown into the triglycerides, just saying. Organic chia seeds, organic cinnamon, sea salt, and vanilla extract. Serving size, 1/3 of a cup, so a little bit more than 1/4, not a whole lot. 12 grams of fat, so a fair amount of fat in this. This also has 6 grams of sugar, 5 of which are added, and 6 grams of protein. As you can see, we had 5 grain-free granola type cereals, one of which is an exploded grain. And then we had one cereal that is not grain-free because it has oats in it. The Trail is grain-free. This is the one that has oats in it. Again, we're not looking for a bowl of cereal for breakfast. We're looking for cereal as an addition to other options. And I want to encourage you to remember that this could be a little treat. I don't see anything wrong with treats, maybe as a snack, maybe as a side. I love their recommendations to put it on top of baked goods, or like I said, I put it on top of yogurt. But hopefully this answers your questions for what you're looking for that represents a better choice than the traditional enormous aisle of cereals and what's in those boxes. If you have any questions or anything that you want to know about any of these, please leave a comment down below. I'm happy to answer that for you. And in the meantime, in all you do, please remember to make today a healthy day. Bye, folks.